first time in my life, I feel like I felt accomplishment. I felt like I had goals. It was terrible. Yeah, playing video games and drinking 6 sodas a day.
You'll hear in his own words how Ethan said he was skinny, didn't care about anything, and was just sort of coasting through life. Now he's shredded, able to flare and flip, and a strength ninja. And this video will uncover the 3 superpowers he used to do it. He says things were always given to him.
My whole life I was given everything, so I had to work for something.
Okay. And that bodyweight strength and skill is the first thing he really had to work for, and the first thing he really cared about, and work hard for it he did, and that effort grew into a transformative passion, physically and mentally.
I want to say life was regular to me at the time, which was being thin, being able to run fast even though I'm short, and not having an interest in growing myself at all. I was a freshman in high school, and I was going into my sophomore year, and I didn't care about being in fitness at all. I didn't care about my body. I have a fast metabolism, so I was like, oh, I don't need the gym. I'm good on my own.
Ethan started because his little brother was training. Cole was a natural, easily gaining acrobatic skills, handstand and flips, and a positive outlet for ADHD and ASD. He trained, performed, and competed, and could still whip a double backflip on the tramp without even trying.
I learned I needed to ask people for help. How do you do this? How do you do that? What are you doing at home that I'm not? What are they doing right that I'm doing wrong? And learning, and then what are they doing wrong that I'm doing right, and helping teach people that kind of thing, right? So just the circle continues. It just goes full circle. People's helping you, you're helping people. So
for Ethan, it wasn't so easy. Already a teenager and soon getting into his adult years, he was dealing with more of the pressures of life. He had to start really trying to find the time and had to put in far more effort. And like many who are not a natural, plus starting later, things did not come easily or quickly. But eventually, not only did he transform, but he became a coach in Powerbatics at Pacific Rim Athletics, working with children and teenagers face-to-face and online across the United States, and even adults decades older than him, helping them overcome challenges and roadblocks to become better, stronger versions of themselves.
A kid like I was, you can get dropped off by your mom makes you do it, and you could not care, and you still do the reps, and you're never going to get as good as someone who cares and does the reps right. You could just try and schmug through them, right? But if you care about yourself and you care about your growth and goals and development, then you'll get way further than anyone in here who doesn't care as much as you do.
This first superpower is one that 99% of people want to skip, but Ethan embraced the basics with absolutely no desire to rush the process, but with patience, learning the universal warm-up, doing the strength circuits with a smile, like the muscle-up workout, 5 rounds of 20 push-ups in 20 rows until it turned into a muscle-up, and then more and more advanced ninja strength. He is now a level 8, and then skills training, especially free running katas, getting all the way up to level 6 so far. But his journey was constantly wrought with struggle. No physical injuries, but mental challenges, learning more and more about himself, learning discipline and focus, learning how his own body works.
When I started, I was very skinny, so I had to start eating right. I was probably drinking, at my most in 6th grade, 6 sodas a day. It was bad. It was terrible. Yeah, playing video games and drinking 6 sodas a day. And I was able to tear that down to like 1 a day, and now I drink maybe 1 a week at most. I still have it because I like it, but that's probably the most. Like I don't really eat candy that often. I don't do any of that stuff. I eat a lot of high protein diet. I have carbohydrates to keep my energy up because I'm constantly moving between different areas and then working all the time. And then also a lot of fats, but good fats, not bad fats.
I remember him trying to learn round-off backflips, and the run, skip, hurdle, and round-off were all over the place. But he put in the work. He did the 100 round-off workout without any complaints, and now he's doing flips. But he never mistook videos or shiny objects as instruction. Rather, he put in the work and listened to the coaching, even when it was 100 times harder than he thought it would be, or the feedback was straightforward and not sugar-coated. That mental resilience is really Ethan's superpower. Even on a tough day, he'd still put on a smile. It's not something that everyone else gets easily. easily. So whereas someone might get the strength faster or the flips higher, he could dial in his mindset faster and keep accelerating his training. And you know what? If you practice the ability to master your mind, you're going to be the one that excels. Sometimes Ethan talks about his peers, not in a negative way, or people around him his age at the gym he's seen, and they've tried this or that, maybe even Powerbatics. They'll train, get a few moves, but then get distracted by the shiny objects of life. Ethan's superpower, the same one that allows him to tune out in the middle of a river with 40-degree glacier water flowing past him, is the same superpower that allows him to keep going, steadily making progress to the point that he's helped take students out of state and compete, as well as help adults at workshops in different parts of the world. His third superpower is a little known or understood mental shift. It's taking the why and turning it into a how. Instead of asking why is something this way, he asks how do I get through it, learn from it, or grow from it.
Instead of saying why am I doing this, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get through it? Instead of why am I going through it? How am I going to get through it? I feel like that was really a big thing that I got taught. Like what we were just doing, you tell Gordon, get up, do it again, do it again. Oh, I can't, coach, I can't. Get up, do it again, do it again. Eventually he got it.
If you do this, it will bring you a steadfastness that will lead to greatness. As Ethan saw his peers chase the shiny objects, or want to go get big in the gym, or get focused on the wrong things in life. He talks all the time about how the strength, flexibility, skill, and movement are things that has transformed his life, and how he doesn't understand how anyone would not want to gain that as well. Even though training is hard, or some of the professional work is hard, or communicating with students and clients is hard, that mental shift has brought him not only a six-pack, muscle-ups, and every other strength and skill you can think of, but also the mindset to keep growing personally and professionally, skills that every human needs. So when you're trying the basic 5-round muscle-up workout, or dabbling with a kata you find in our videos, or actually not wasting any more time and getting into full-on training and taking it seriously, the mental shift of why to how will exponentially accelerate your training. Guaranteed. Some students will ask, why do we have to do this? The ones who don't ask that, but ask, how do I get through this? How do I learn this? How do I master this? And then simply listen and implement are the ones a year or two down the road at level 10 and with absolutely incredible strength and skill. If you want to become a bodyweight master, then start building these superpowers. And if you do add these superpowers to your training, I promise you, you're going to see massive advancements in your strength and skill, no matter what roadblocks or obstacles you're dealing with. And then we can get into the how in depth in other videos, and it'll really click for you. See you in the next video and in training soon.